Divya is the Director, Technology Management and Transformation at Sun Life, and she's a postgraduate in Senior Management Program from the prestigious IIM Ahmedabad and a BTech in Computer Engineering from Kurukshetra University. With over 2 decades of industry experience in retail and BFSI, she has worked with multinational organizations in a multitude of roles ranging from digital transformation, platforms engineering, quality engineering, delivery management, program and people management, and business development. She has spearheaded large portfolios at multiple organizations in multiple geography, both in terms of IT services as well as product-based organizations. With a strategic vision for digital transformation, she has orchestrated and implemented business models and frameworks like platforms, operating model, capability framework, DORA, and automation framework, and trust me, the list goes on and on and on. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I request once again to give her a big round of applause, wherein Divya will speak about the AI-powered digital transformation and new ways of working. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be on this stage in front of you. Thank you so much, Qualizeel and the sponsors. I'm really looking forward to the evening with the rest of you. So while my presentation is coming online, I'll just share this incident with you. I'm here to speak on artificial intelligence-powered digital transformation and new ways of working. And before taking my flight yesterday, I was having dinner with my family. We were watching TV, and on TV, the news was running about the high AQI levels in Delhi, the pollution the state of Punjab has caused. And I was thinking that AI, digital transformation, all are these buzzwords, big words. So we are, doing everything in our power to keep moving the world forward. But in this process, are we really forgetting small, simple problems that can be solved with simple digitalization? So it's a simple problem of burning stubble properly, maybe in a chamber or something, and not burning it in the air, which is causing so much of pollution to Delhi heights. How difficult is that to be done? So I was thinking that maybe this is a business opportunity or a food for thought for all of you to think about it, that we are doing a lot in terms of insurance domain, retail, BFSI, everywhere, but then what about sustainability? What about environment? What are we doing for that? On that note, I'll start with my presentation for today. So, in today's topic, I am trying to achieve 3 goals. The first goal would be the role of AI in digital transformation. Particularly, I will be focusing on some, notable examples from the insurance industry, how they have achieved great results in digitally transforming themselves and making a great client impact, measurable and quantifiable client impact. After we see that, I'll be discussing the reshaped role of quality engineering, how QE can be a strategic partner, not a reactive function anymore, how it is more of a proactive strategic partner that has the capability to drive these AI systems forward to achieve the desired outcomes of digital transformation. We'll look at that. And then to be able to achieve the digital transformation in its entirety, what do we need to do in terms of building new operating models, organizational structures, and new ways of working? So I'll not be able to touch too much in depth in all of these topics, but I'll be around during the evening and we can have deeper conversations. These, I believe, are the need of the hour to be discussed. So, what is digital transformation? Generally, whenever I speak to someone, someone from any organization, they will say that I have implemented, cloud environment. I moved my application to cloud, or I have implemented a small piece of AI in my application, and I am a digitally transformed organization. Or even when I speak to people in logistics domain, I've also heard them say that we have implemented Microsoft Teams as a collaboration tool, so we feel that we are digitally transformed. So that's a good definition to begin with, but digital transformation is an incremental journey. There are a lot of stages of digital transformation, and it's not just about moving to cloud or implementing AI or just implementing machine learning or one tool or the other. The entire ecosystem of an organization has to change. All aspects of the organization have to come together in terms of optimizing the processes through process innovation, building new business models to be able to sustain the digital technologies we have implemented. Because organizational structures really lead to the communication pathways of how the organizations operate. Digital tools alone cannot do the magic of digital transformation. How do we engage with our channels and partners? How do we leverage our vendors? Most of the organizations these days are, following 80-20 rule, because most of the product-led organizations are transforming themselves into global capability centers. We call them GCCs. Implementation of agile ways of working, because agile ways of working is the foundation of being nimbler in your day-to-day activity. To be able to support agile ways of working, definitely you need to change your organizational structures. Then the most important thing is the change management, because organizations are not just brick and mortar. People, the culture, we all together form the organization. So unless each and every individual is aligned with the digital transformation strategy, the organization is not going to transform, or the digital transformation initiatives are not going to yield those outcomes. So the cultural shift in each and everyone's mind is very important. There's a lot of change management it takes actually over a period of time to be able to transform the organization digitally. And at the end, the outcome is that we build an adaptable organization with which we are able to dynamically be flexible to change ourselves with the market conditions. Now, after understanding what is digital transformation in its entirety, what is the role that AI, I'll not say can play, I'll say is playing. Because AI has really impactfully transformed the way insurance domain has been operating for such a long period of time. Insurance and banking has been laggards in terms of adopting digital technologies, but now the results have started coming in, and I'll show you how. So the key areas of impact where mostly the AI is bringing a lot of impact in insurance domain is mostly in claims processing when you file a claim, customer engagement and personalization, and the third area is risk assessment and fraud management. And I have one very good example, interesting example today to be shared with you in the next slide. So, EY and Nordic Insurance Company, they have been able to, achieve 70% precision when a claim comes. They interpret and read that claim, and then they are able to read that and automate it with 70% precision. So that's a huge number with which they are actually, saving the bandwidth of their agents to be able to do more customer relationship building. Similarly, WNS Scans is a data contextualization platform. They have been able to accelerate the medical claims. But the most interesting example is of Lemonade. Lemonade is a US-based digital insurance company, and they have been able to process a claim coming in 3 seconds. You heard it right, 3 seconds. In India, you would have, struggled with getting your claim. It generally takes days actually to get your claim done because the processes are manual. Now, how Lemonade has been able to achieve this magic? So what they have done, they have really integrated AI technologies end to end. They have a claims bot called AI Gym. When a claim is submitted, AI Gym reads that, interprets that claim,
You can try, ma'am, 7. It's working fine now.
Can you hear me? Yeah. So I was saying that AI Gym is a claims bot. So what happens is when a customer or a policy holder submits a claim, AI Gym interprets and reads that claim. It cross-references the policy of the policy holder and then run anti-fraud algorithms. This is all AI driven. Now in this anti-fraud algorithms, what they have done is, the underlying implementation is, the first step they ask their claimant to do is, they ask them to sign the honesty pledge. The moment they ask the policy holder to sign the honesty pledge, there is a psychological deterrent in the mind of the person. This is behavioral economics, by the way. So they have implemented the basic principles of behavioral science with AI beautifully. They create a psychological deterrent in the mind of that person, and then they ask them to describe the entire event in the form of a video. On a video, the claimant has to describe the entire incident, that why they are submitting that claim, what really happened. Right? Is there a problem? So now what they do on that video, they run the natural language processing with speech analysis, emotions and sentiment analysis. What does this algorithm do? It reads the face, body language, posture, hand movements, stress, tonality of voice, pitch, choice of words, everything. It reads and gives an honesty score. So this, I think, is the NLP implemented to the best. With this honesty score, what they do is, they are able to identify whether it is a legitimate or an illegitimate claim. Obviously, it cannot happen just in one time. A claim came, AI Gym did all of this, and they are able to. No, it cannot happen like that. NLP has done its job, but now here comes the machine learning. Supervised and unsupervised algorithms of machine learning. When you collect a large volume of such data, then you are able to run your supervised and unsupervised algorithms on your collected data volume, and over the period of time, the machine learning algorithms make the system learn and make it more accurate in turn. So this is how they are continuously evolving their systems to identify legitimate and illegitimate claims. So this is the beauty of AI, how Lemonade has implemented and have achieved the great outcome of processing a claim in 3 seconds, which is a marvel in my opinion, because I have been in the insurance industry. Now, after hearing this example, do you think all of this is possible without an effective and impactful quality engineering practice? Yes or no? It is not possible. It is not possible. The reason I say this is because AI systems are also ultimately applications and softwares that we are building. So they also need validation. For example, reliability and accuracy. Who will test that? QE. How? Because I said that they identify the frauds in the claims, right? So those could be false or positive. There could be false positives, right? In the fraud identification. So who is going to identify? It's the QE mindset that is going to identify whether it's a false or a legitimate claim. Second thing very important is, I was having a conversation yesterday with Meghna. In the evening we were chatting actually about the great things AI has done, but then who is going to look into the biases and unethical behaviors of AI. So ethics in AI, it's a huge topic which I don't think so has been addressed by the industry. If work is going on in pockets, maybe I'm open to learn, but I don't have much idea about what we are really doing to make AI ethical. Now my point here is that In insurance, I'll take an example of insurance because right now I'm working on that. So in underwriting, for example, in the entire underwriting process, what if the AI system charges one person more based on its geography? It's illegitimate charging. What if AI treats one gender or the other gender unequally? I gave you an example of video recording, right? What if a woman is explaining that claim? What if a male gender is explaining that claim? What if AI induces that bias? Who will pick that up? We need QE mindset to pick that up. And that could be my just personal opinion, but yeah, food for thought for such a huge QE crowd here. But I believe that QE has a major role to play in the AI driven systems. Third thing is scalability and performance. I said that claim can be, Lemonade is publishing the claim in 3 seconds. Now 1000 of such claims are coming in. What about the performance of the systems? What about the scalability of the system? Who will ensure that? It's QE, my dear friends. And the fourth thing, very important, regulatory compliances, GDPR, HIPAA, who will take care of that? Another thing, sustainability. When AI-driven systems are functioning at this high speed, they are generating carbon footprint. It's completely on the contrary of the organizations. We want to be net zero, 2025 strategy, 2030 strategy. If we are implementing AI, how are we going to achieve this net zero target? Who is going to raise it? QE. So there is a huge role, there is a huge opportunity for the QE folks to actually come forward and add value and drive these AI systems to the expected outcome that we are looking for. At the end, this is almost my last slide. I want to introduce this framework to you because of my experience of working in multiple multinational organizations. With AI-driven systems, digital transformation and new ways of working, like I said in the beginning, the organization needs to change dynamically in terms of how it is organized in the structure. We cannot continue to have traditional models of reporting structures. The organization needs to be loosely coupled and it needs to be adaptable so that agile ways of working can flourish. This is a framework, Team Topologies. It's a book after a lot of research they have written, Matthew Skelton and Manuel Pace. So this framework, I will not name the organizations, but I have worked with multiple organizations and they have implemented this foundation framework in their org structures. So somewhere it's called value stream model, somewhere it's called platforms operating model, somewhere it's called platforms engineering, you can name it the way you want. It's all to do with agile ways of working, be nimbler to create the client impact that we want in as less time as possible without compromising the quality. So this is 4 fundamental team topologies. They have described 4 teams. In the interest of time, I'll not take each one of them, but I'll introduce 2 to you. One is a value stream. So what is a value stream? For example, in insurance industry, if you go to the website of the insurer and say, I want to buy this policy, that's a trigger. That's a trigger the client has done. Until the time it is delivered to, the policy is delivered to you. That's the value delivered to the client. Trigger to delivery. Now all the software applications in sequence required to be able to do this form that value stream. In this case, it's purchase. Similarly, fulfillment. Similarly, claims. Online to offline. In fact, for employee journey, performance management system is a value stream. Now, the organizations are reorganizing themselves in the form of value streams, and they are also cutting across the platform teams. So platform teams are the one which are taking care of the reusability across these value streams, making the systems more scalable, robust, stable, and secure. For example, an enterprise level DevOps platform team is implementing it. So I'll stop here actually on this framework because I can go on and on. with this framework. This is a huge topic in itself. And should there be any questions further, I'll be around. And I'm also rolling out my own book, which I have authored in Q1 2025, with all of these insights. So maybe that would also be helpful with similar insights and more. So thank you. Thank you so much for having me today. You were a wonderful audience.
Divya, thank you so much for those insights. In the meantime, we can take at least one question from the audience. If any one of you have got one question, and in the interest of time, it will be just one. All right, so the gentleman out there. There we go, sir.
Hello, ma'am. So I have
Sure.
one question. When we say QE is very important, who is going to take care of automation or reliability or accuracy? Who is going to inculcate this thought process in the leadership? Because QE is always considered to be the cost center, right? Whenever you get a recession, this is the first team which gets impacted. So we are talking about all this, but who is really going to get into this mindset? When we say a tester should have end user mindset,
It's a great question. The answer that I have, sir, is so my experience is 22 years right now. 18 years I have been in quality engineering myself. Last 4 years I'm doing transformation. If you ask me, sir, I think it will be you. You have to deliver. You have to create that impact on the organization. You have to drive those initiatives by yourself. I have named a lot of initiatives right now. Pick one, drive it, prove your worth. So the worth of QE is in their own hands. This has been my always belief. This is what I have always believed in my life. Your own worth is in your hands. Do not rely on anyone to create your worth. Pick these POCs, create an impact, and prove the worth not just for yourself, for the entire QE community.
Yeah, hi. This is Jagan Mohan here. Maybe
Are there more
you can give a
questions?
chance. Okay. One more? Okay, fine. So, couple of minutes back, you have been explaining with respect to the video when you are collecting the insurance information. Is that video is been taken care with respect to in English only or any other languages?
It's a US-based company. Lemonade is a US-based company, though I don't think so they've done any localization. It's done in English, in their native language so far. That's what I know.
Is it possible in Indian
Yeah.
conditions? In
Yeah.
languages?
Yeah, I think it is possible. We may have to think through a lot that how are we going to, convert or understand the language and assess the tonality of voice and whatever is being said. So that's a great use case and a problem statement that you have just given to the entire community, I would say. I also did not think about it. Thank you for that. Yeah.